Okay, and welcome back, everybody. This is the First Inning Radio Show, and we are live on television radio. This is television.com, and you can find the First Inning Monday through Friday at 6 p.m. on television.com. And I am not at Yankee Stadium today. We are live here, and I am the BX Bomber along with Roger, the big Yankee fan. Say hello, Roger.
Hello, good evening, BX Bomber, and things are going pretty good. And you had parts of two games yesterday. The Yankees had a nice doubleheader win over the Baltimore Orioles. And what inning did you get in yesterday for the first game?
I got in the eighth inning
In the
of the
eighth, yes,
first game. Of the
yeah,
first game.
that was a very long game, a very short game. Excuse me. It went by in 2 hours and 12 minutes. So you missed a lot of the action.
I was really
first.
expecting to get there by like the fifth inning or something like that, and it ended up
Well,
being the eighth.
Yes, well, what happened was the game was only 2 hours and 12 minutes. It was a very fast game as far as time was concerned, and that's why it was already the eighth inning by the time you got in there. And I have Brian Hoke's wrap-up of the first game if you would like to hear it.
I just want to say one thing before we continue. I want to say that I'm very thankful for Giselle and you and everybody that supports me, man, because this is a blessing for me to go to every game, man. You know, I never would have thought in a million years that I'll be here across the street going to Yankee games every day. You know, and I'm gonna ride this wave until it ends, man. And I really
Excellent.
appreciate what's going on here. And man, I'm just truly thankful, man, that I get to see Yankee baseball like that. You know, never in a million years I thought I would go to every game like that. Or I'm trying to, but I'm gonna plan and I will go to. Man, I won't make it to the playoffs, but season I'll be every game.
Yes, well, you'll probably be doing vlogs from outside of Yankee Stadium during the playoffs.
Oh, that's a fact. That is a fact. I'm gonna go all the way to the World Series.
Yes, excellent. And yes, well, I'm very happy that that you reached out to me after I reached out to you, and we're doing the radio show together. And I get a lot of enjoyment from you as a person and from your blogs. And thank you for including me in your things.
Yeah, man, I really appreciate you too, Roger. This is the best time in my life ever, man. I have a good, I'm in a good place in my life, and I'm talking baseball, something that I really want to do that I never thought I would ever do in a million years as well. And going to baseball, it's crazy, man. It's just I'm truly thankful all the way around. That's all.
Excellent, excellent.
But go ahead
And
with the roundup of baseball.
okay, so for the first game, this is the wrap of the first game. Gleyber Torres homered twice. Gary Sanchez cleared the right field bullpen with a mammoth blast, and Cameron Maybin added his first homer in pinstripes as the Yankees outslugged the Orioles 5-3 in the first game of a single admission doubleheader on Wednesday afternoon at Yankee Stadium. I think we had 2 days in a row off, so I think everybody was rested a little bit, Torres said.
Yeah, so
Everybody
was
tried
I.
to hit the ball. Yes. Just put the ball in play and try to do damage. I think that is the difference. And Torres knots his fourth career multi-homer game and second of the season as he cleared the fences in his first two at-bats of the day. Sanchez slugged a 443-foot drive in the first inning, and Maybin went deep in the second inning as all four Yankees homers came off Baltimore starter David Hess. And I have the StatCast on that. The exit velocity for Sanchez's homer was 114.9 miles per hour, and the launch angle was 27 degrees, and the projected home run distance was 443 feet. And we got power. The Yankees manager Aaron Boone said that ball Gary hit, that's a long way right there.
I think that home run bounced off the space station, didn't it?
It hit into the area where you have the standing room in the right field area, where there's the little standing room area.
No, the ball went in. Yeah, into the Toyota Terrace.
Right.
Holy cow! The only person I ever seen hit the ball there was Aaron Judge, and Aaron Judge rocked one into the. Me and Giselle was there at the wild card game of last year. Was it last year? Last year,
Not last year, the year before.
year before last. He blasted one into the bar, and it almost hit the lady behind the almost hit the bartender. That's where it went.
Yeah. Yes, in 2017, I was at the game against the Orioles, as a matter of fact, and I was at the game just getting back to my seat when Aaron Judge hit the 495-foot shot that went all the way back into left field to where the retired numbers are on the wall, over the bleachers, over the aisleway, and hit the wall where the retired numbers are on the left field wall behind the bleachers.
Well, Dan, let me tell you, there's an article I saw on MLB.com right now, and they're saying that Gary Sanchez is hitting the hardest home runs in MLB baseball right now.
Yes, he has some of the highest exit velocity numbers as well. And I'll just finish up with this here for the first game anyway. Pitching in front of a sparse crowd that felt more like a spring training contest, New York's Jay Happ continued to struggle with the long ball as well, serving up a pair of solo homers. Trey Mancini connected off Happ in the first inning, and Renato Nunez did the same in the fourth. Happ allowed 3 runs and 5 hits over 5 1/3 innings before handing the ball off to the bullpen. The veteran has surrendered 11 homers this season, 9 of them in the Bronx. So Boone said he thought Happ was throwing the ball better after the fourth inning. And so we'll wrap it up there. And Adam Ottavino, Tommy Canley, and Zach Britton and Aroldis Chapman came in to relieve Happ. And Chapman was hitting 101 miles per hour several pitches.
He looked very good too, Chapman. He looked very well too.
Exactly. So
he hasn't really played much, right, Chapman?
Well, he's got 10 saves, so he's played a decent amount. But some closers have got more saves, and some closers have been used more. But Chapman has pitched about 15 innings so far this year, and has 10 saves and over 20 strikeouts, and his velocity is definitely back.
Wow, that's amazing, man. But yeah, that was very good baseball. Very good baseball yesterday by the Yankees. And well, I didn't really see much of game 1, so I really can't say much about it. All I saw was the 8th inning and the Yankees win. The Yankees win, and all I sang was, and then I sang New York, New York, and I got a pretzel, and I found a nook and cranny over there in the Tier Reserve at section 405, and I was good for the rest of the day.
Yes, that was decent. And when I talked to you yesterday, you know, we were a little bit confused. So was Michael Kay about the game starting a half hour after the first one. But what happened was the originally scheduled game was scheduled for 6:35 in the evening. So they had to honor that time start.
No, absolutely. I absolutely agree with that notion of honoring the 6:30 start. Absolutely agree with it.
Right. So that's why you had to wait over an hour at Yankee Stadium, you know, until the next game started.
But it wasn't too crowded at all.
Right. And the weather was lovely. Finally, you had some very lovely weather, and it worked out pretty good. The first game, there was hardly anyone there, and they just started to come in a little bit, you know, as the game progressed, you know, because a lot of people were still at work.
Yeah, man.
But
and it was a beautiful sky as well. I got some of that in my vlog as well, and I'll show some of that. And I took a few pictures and stuff like that. And
excellent, yeah.
But the guy in the second game, Cashner. That guy, he's a hell of a pitcher, man.
He's their best pitcher.
I can see it. He's very good. Cause I mean, from watching these guys play, you can see talent from, you know what I mean? And from, in my opinion, he doesn't have a big stride to the home plate, which I think he should have a bigger stride to home plate,
Mhm.
with his legs. I think his legs should be a lot wider to home plate, in my opinion. But
Right.
he throws like he threw throwing very well though. But but I knew for a fact once he got hit by that ball by I think it was Morales, right? Or
Mhm.
no, it wasn't Morales. It was somebody at the bottom of the lineup.
What
But
I'm going to do is I'm going to go back. I've already, since I didn't have to do any upholstery today, I saw the first game earlier this afternoon, the 5-3 game, and
but
this evening
but
I'm going to watch the second game.
but the ball, it was a comebacker to Kashner. Hit him right in the leg that he lands on.
Right.
Like the thigh type part. And they did a few practice throws, and they let him
Mhm.
back in the game. The next very pitch, Luke Voigt launched that into the gap. Bam! Scoring LeMayu. That's how we got the
Right.
first run. I knew it, man. You see, when your pitcher gets hurt like that, you're gonna have to take him out. It
Yeah.
because I mean, the guy. I don't know if they show it on TV or whatever, but the guy, he put both his hands on his knees.
Mhm.
So that's an indication to me that he's hurting. You know what
Yes.
I mean?
Yes.
That's telling me he's hurting. And what happened was he sucked it up. He became a man and he pitched on. And that's when the Yankees
Exactly.
blasted him, and that's how they got those 2 runs off of him. So
Right.
it's the Baltimore Orioles' fault for letting the
Yes.
Yankees score like that.
Exactly. I have. If you would like, for the second game, I'll do just the 5 takeaways of the second game. If you would like me to do that.
Yeah, let me hear it.
Okay, number one, Domingo Germán held the Orioles to one run in 7 innings of work, his longest outing of the season. Germán scattered 6 hits, walked one batter, and struck out 8. He has now 8 wins and 1 loss, a Major League Baseball best 8 wins, with a 2.50 earned run average as he continues to be the best starter in the Yankees rotation. Number two is Luke Boyd ended a 0 for 22 skid with an RBI double in the third inning. He finished 3 for 4 in the game, including another RBI, boosting his season average to 242. Boyd's production at the top or the middle of the lineup is incredibly important for the Yankees, with Aaron Judge and Giancarlo Stanton languishing on the injured list. Number three is Gleyber Torres smacked a home run in the fourth inning, his third home run for the day after hitting 2 in Game 1 of the doubleheader. Torres has demolished Orioles pitching this season, pounding 6 home runs overall. Number 4, Aaron Hicks returned to the lineup after missing the team's first 41 games of the season, going 0 for 4. Getting Hicks back in the lineup will be key for the Yankees, who now have 2 capable hitters for the top of the order, the other being DJ LeMahieu. Hicks also improves the Yankees' outfield defense, taking over center field duties. And number 5 is Zach Britton made a 6th straight scoreless appearance, 6 in the third innings, striking out 2 batters while allowing a hit. Britton, who also pitched in Game 1 of the doubleheader, lowered his earned run average to 2.79. His sinker has been amazing, and he is not allowed to walk. He is not allowed to walk in just 4 hits with let's see here, with 8 strikeouts in the 6-game stretch. And there is one more, number 6. The Yankees announced Miguel Andujar will undergo season-ending surgery on his torn right labrum. This is an unfortunate circumstance for the Yankees, but the right call for Andujar. It was evident that he was still affected by the tear after he returned from his rehab assignment. The Yanks are lucky to have LeMahieu and Gio Urshela to turn to at the hot corner going forward. So that is the wrap-up of Game 2 as well.
But let me tell you something, Mean Gene, about Domingo Germán, okay? Domingo Germán is the real deal.
Yes.
I saw that guy warming up in the outfield yesterday, and you know what? I think, in my opinion, I mean, the kid never pitched over 120 something innings or whatever the stats are. I
Hmm.
pray to God that he don't blow himself out. But Domingo Herman is the real deal.
Yeah, he's
Domingo
aged one.
Herman, Domingo Herman is what we wanted Severino to be.
Right.
You know, and like I always told you, we need people that can pitch in cold weather. He pitches
Yes.
beautifully in cold weather. He's the best pitcher we have that pitches in cold weather. He's the guy.
Right.
Uh his work ethics unmatchable than any other player on the team.
Mm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Um that Domingo Herman is gonna be the ace of the Yankees, right behind Severino, and unfortunately, everybody else is gonna go because Tanaka's old, CC's gone, Hap, we don't know how long he's gonna be there for, maybe another year, and Paxton, we don't know how long he's gonna be around. So that's our guys right there for the future. Is Domingo Herman and Severino. Those are the guys.
But also, Montgomery is coming back from Tommy John surgery, and as Susan Waldman reported, since he's had the Tommy John surgery, his fastball is now in the upper 90s too, very much like Severino and Herman.
No, that's beautifully. No, that's perfect. But the problem is, I gotta see him how he gets tested. He has to
Right.
prove to me that he could be number 3.
Right.
You know, you gotta put him out there. You know, now if he comes back, what when is he is he eligible to play?
I don't have the information on the timetable, but they expect him back this season, probably maybe by as early as July. They're around the same time as Severino.
Oh wow. That's heavy, man. So we could put him in the bullpen.
Yes, we'll have to see what the Yankees and Aaron Boone decide to do with everyone now.
No, you know, no, man. I would keep everybody the way it is. You get
Hmm.
rid of Chad Green, and who else is another weak link in the bullpen?
Let's see. Well, the weak links have been sent down. I mean, Chad Green has come back, and he seems to be pretty well repaired. And he had a strikeout inning the other inning the other game, and he seems to be pretty well repaired. The weak links were sent down. Barrett was sent down, and well, Cortez right now is a weak link, but you know, he's there as a long innings type of guy, or a guy that they would put in when they are behind. Right now, Nestor Cortez was called up, and
Okay,
Barrett was sent down.
this is what you do. When you bring these two guys up, Severino and this guy up, right? You're gonna
Hmm.
have Loatica and Herman there, right?
Right.
Herman looks like he's gonna be there, the starter. Loatica, they could play with him and them. You know, I would definitely put Severino and him in the bullpen,
Hmm.
and I would have 3 starters now. You see,
Uh-huh.
I could start Severino and bring in the other 2 guys.
Right. See, the thing with Waisica now is he's injured. He's now on the 60-day injured list. He has a
Oh,
rotator cuff problem now. So
okay.
he's out of the picture for the foreseeable future.
Damn. Okay. But anyway, we still can play it that way. You know, you
Right.
have
So,
2 guys that you can have a start. You have 3 starters there for one start. I'm saying. Let's say the 5th
right.
starter. Who's our 5th starter?
Right now it's Sabathia.
Oh God. Um. Well, yeah. That's who we have to backpack, as we can say. The
Right.
terminology backpack. We're gonna have to backpack CC. But even though
Yeah.
CC can hold his own, but still, what the Yankees could do with those 2 guys, you put them in the bullpen. Now you have a 6-man rotation.
Hmm.
Because if you want to give a guy an extra day rest, you can bring in Severino or the other guy, and
Right.
let the bullpen work, from
Right.
there, because you have a start, you have two starters in the bullpen, you know, labeled as long relief.
Right.
Those are
See,
your
with
two long relief
Sabathia,
guys.
Sabathia is usually done after about 5 innings, so then you can bring your second starter in after that.
Yeah, that'll be you could bring in Severino for those for those things, and then the other guys could take in over.
Montgomery, yeah.
Montgomery, whoever is there, Chapman, hand it over to the guys, and then bam, you got there. Betances is supposed to be coming back too, though.
Exactly.
So
Exactly. The
you can
Yankees.
handle the ball over to Betances. Bam. Well, as long as you get it to the bullpen, those two guys, you got those two guys left, Chapman and Betances. So if you can get the ball over to them, you'll be fine. As
Yes,
long as
that's
Chapman doesn't start with his wild antics, and
right.
Betances as well. Cause now we got two problems now. Cause if you bring these two guys in, they're gonna start walking people.
Yes. Chapman looked really good yesterday, though.
Yesterday, we don't know if it's gonna be like that tomorrow. That's the problem.
Right.
You know what
Yeah.
I mean? So
Yeah.
it's 50-50 with both these guys.
Right.
And they both, and Chapman, he pitches well in cold weather, but Betances doesn't.
No.
So we'll see when we get to the playoffs how is it gonna be. But those two guys are gonna be very important. Those and what happened to Breton?
Britton is there. Britton pitched twice in both games yesterday. He's doing very well, Zach Britton.
Man, I didn't even notice him coming in the game. I must have left already.
Yeah, he came in the eighth inning.
You got that guy. That's he's gonna be the horse there, and Ottavino. He's a little shaky as well, but he's another horse.
Right.
And then then you got the other guys. Right now, unfortunately, we got Chad Green, but if Severino could come back, bam, you got him.
Yeah. See, I don't even worry about what they're going to do this way or that way. I let the Yankees decide that. That'll be a nice problem to have an abundance of guys. As of right now with the injuries, they need everyone they can get, really. Because who knows by the time Severino comes back, who's going to be injured at that point.
That's the thing. We don't know baseball until we get there. We have to play inning by inning.
Right.
You ever seen you ever remember watching The Dog Whisperer on National Geographic? You ever see that?
No, I never saw that, but I used to like the Animal Planet when we had the Animal Planet.
You gotta check out The Dog Whisperer, right? And this is what I learned from dogs, right? Dogs live in the moment. Dogs live in the moment, so they don't know if they peed on the floor, right? 3 hours ago, right? And then you come home and you beat them because they peed on the floor. They don't know why they're getting. They don't know why they're getting beat.
Right.
So the thing is, it's the same thing like in baseball. In baseball, you have to go pitch by pitch.
Yeah.
That's just the way it is, man. It's just, you can't really predict the future in baseball.
No, you just have to. When Severino and Montgomery come back, who knows who's injured at that point?
Yeah, we don't know July. Remember, we thought we had it good last year. Remember, and then August came, and then Aaron Judge got his thing broken. Remember?
Yes, exactly. His wrist broken. Yes, exactly.
And we were devastated. And then also Stanton was hurt too, so he had a DH a lot.
Stanton did not get hurt last year. Stanton played 158 games.
But didn't he had a problem?
Oh yeah. He had a problem with his he had a problem with his calf, and he had to do a lot of DHing. Yeah. But he was able to play the majority of the game.
So every year we have problems.
Right. And a sad situation about why Andujar elected to get the surgery now is because it was very sad. He was actually feeling a lot of pain when he came back to play. and he was having a lot of pain, and it was affecting his play. So he could not really take it. So he had to take himself out of the lineup, and it's the best thing for him to get the surgery now.
Yeah, I mean, it's scary for a 23-year-old kid to go through that. You know, I would be devastated at 23 years old. Imagine, oh man, you playing for the Yankees, and they're gonna tell you you need surgery, and you don't
Right.
know when you're gonna come back. Oh man, that's devastating, man.
I know, but the thing is, it's easier, for a 23-year-old to come back from the surgery than, let's say, a 35-year-old player. If that happened to a 35-year-old player, it would be much more difficult. With him being younger, he'll be able to heal more quickly and get back
Oh,
more
definitely.
quickly.
A 35-year-old player, his career is over pretty much.
Right,
You're
right,
gonna end up
exactly.
like one of those guys that come off the bench.
Right, exactly,
What's that
exactly.
guy on Kansas City that used to play for the Mets? Like him.
Oh, Lucas Duda.
You're gonna become like a Lucas Duda. That's who you're gonna be.
Yeah,
A pinch hitter that could only hit like one home run.
right. I would like to see the Yankees do well now that they have Kendrys Morales. I would like to see Kendrys Morales get things going and do a decent job as designated hitter, as Stanton and Judge are on the injured list.
He's a little guy, and he got 3 hits, right? The yesterday, right? He was on base
Yeah,
3 times somehow.
he's not so little. He's pretty husky,
He
and
looks little
he's
to me
been
compared to them other guys. Let me tell.
yeah he was a big power hitter for quite a while, and he did a decent job playing for the Toronto Blue Jays. He's played for a number of teams, and then the Blue Jays traded him to the A's, and then the A's sold him to the Yankees. The Yankees were looking for designated hitter help, with Stanton still no timetable on Stanton, and Judge being out for a long period of time. So they picked up Kendrys Morales.
Well, man, let me tell you. I was looking at him through the binoculars,
Hmm.
and he looks okay. And you know what? I was looking a lot. I was looking at a lot of the Yankees through the binoculars, and a lot of them guys, man, they look like they're the real deal.
Right.
You know, they look like the real deal, and they're not out there playing. They really there to catch that ball no matter what.
Oh yes,
You can see it in their face. You know, I try to read their facial expressions, and because you can tell if somebody's scared or nervous or something like that. Like
right.
I'm looking at Clint Frazier. Clint Frazier looked like he belonged there.
Yes.
That's the way he
Yes.
looked. He looked like he owned right field. You
Yes.
know,
I know what you're talking about,
but
and
I
he is
do
a
have a problem with him. They hit two doubles on him in a row. Twice in 2 games they did that to him already. And I think they did that to him in Seattle and this Baltimore game. 2 in a row
right.
down the right field line in a row. You know, the Yankees have a problem with that right field line.
Yes, I know that lots of times they'll hit a foul ball. It'll be very close.
Because let me tell you, that's an easy hit for a player to hit it down the right field line because they're not gonna get it.
I know, especially if the outfield is moved over.
Yes, there's a real problem there. I see with the Yankees defensively. There's a problem there with the right field line that even if Aaron Judge was still playing today, he wouldn't be able to get those balls.
Yeah,
He's not quick
possibly.
enough. He's not quick enough. Clint Frazier's quicker than Aaron Judge. Clint Frazier is a better right fielder than Aaron Judge is.
Oh, you think so? Because a lot of
Definitely.
people, a lot of people are feeling that Clint Frazier's defense has been weak and suspect.
No. I no. I rather have Clint Frazier there in right field than Aaron Judge.
Okay.
Yeah. If this was World Series, I'm gonna have Clint Frazier there, defensive purposes. because he's much
Right.
quicker. He's much quicker than Aaron Judge is. Aaron Judge is you think Aaron Judge is quicker because he's taller and he can cover more ground better. But but that doesn't make him quick. You know what I
I
mean?
see.
He's just big. So he's able to snag them balls and all that. But if it's in the gap, he's not getting it. He's not getting it. Clint Frazier is way better at getting it.
I see.
And we went over line. Damn.
Okay. And so
Let
we've
me end it
passed.
here.
Okay, we'll have to end it there. I see that you went live on YouTube,
Yeah.
but I am going to have to check in with my family members soon. So I guess it would be good for us to end it now.
But Clint Frazier, he's the real deal. He's gonna be around for a while. Tauchman, he's the real deal. He's gonna be around for a while. I'm sorry that there's no room for him, and they're gonna have to play with that a little bit. But he's the real deal. He belongs there. He's gonna take over for Gardner.
I see.
You know, Clint Frazier has a job already. Dan, Judge, Clint Frazier, Tauchman. That's gonna be the outfield in the future. And the infield, that's a work in progress. Because
Well, remember Hicks has just been signed to a 7-year contract.
yeah, that's the thing, you know, but Stan could be DH. You know,
Right.
but you still have him as an outfielder, so you really have five.
Yeah.
You know, but the infield is a work in progress. You don't know what's gonna happen with the infield next year. You know, because LeMahieu and all these guys could be gone next year. You know.
Well, LeMahieu is signed for next year as well. LeMahieu signed a 2-year, $24 million contract. So he's a big paid guy. So
Yeah, but the thing is, though, we don't know how they're gonna play next year. You know, they could be worse next year. You know, or just horrible next year, or Voigt too. You know, he could be good now, and next year, forget about it. He could be horrible. You know,
Right.
so we don't know next year. So the thing is, we have to worry about now and get these players. So hopefully, the Yankees could pick up on Keichel. You know, but
Yeah.
I don't really think they need a new pitcher.
Mhm.
In my opinion, I don't really think they need pitching. I don't think they need anybody, honestly, because we got everybody coming off the bench. It's like we got free agency ourselves with the injured list.
Exactly.
You know what I
Exactly.
mean? It's like we have our own free agency with the injured list. When they come off, we got a new player. Like, bam, you know? So I don't really think we
Exactly.
need anybody.
Here's a quick thing before we end. Why the Yankees make sense for Keuchel. For Keuchel, the Yankees could stand out as an appealing destination because he would get to play for a contender. Through all the injuries, the Bombers will remain one of the top teams in the American League. According to Fangraph's MLB playoff odds, the Yankees have an 89.5% chance of playing October baseball, the second best mark in the league. Having played for the Astros, one could assume Keuchel would appreciate joining another well-positioned team.
Well, I'm telling you right now, Keichel is gonna be on the team that's gonna go to the playoffs or World Series. You know how they used to did. I think they did that with Holiday. Holiday. Well, he got traded though, but you know what I mean. Teams set up for that. You know, and nobody really knows who's going to the playoffs right now because every division and every race is tight.
Exactly.
It could be anybody, kind of. You know, the Mets are in front, the Yankees are in front, the Boston is coming up 3 games behind. You know, so anybody it's anybody's ball game across the whole league.
Yeah, we just said it earlier. You certainly can't. I mean, all of these pundits and all of these people that predict things, you know, with the percentages of who's making the playoffs and who isn't. You know, they said the Yankees have an 89.5% chance of making the playoffs. Well, if they make the playoffs, they had a 100% chance. You know, that's so. You know, with all of these predictions, you can't really predict.
No,
you know, it's any number of things can happen over the next 5 months.
And you know what? It makes it harder for Kaicho and the other guy because what
Right,
team are you gonna pick? Because you want to pick the team that's gonna go to the World Series. You know what I mean? And you don't really
right,
know what team is gonna go to the World Series. That's the problem.
exactly,
So you
exactly.
might as well go to a place that's good for you, I guess. Or the scenery is nice or something like that because you know,
Well, New York is, a very high pressure city. It is the largest market in the country, and the Yankees are a high profile historical team. So many people want to play for the Yankees, but some shy away from them, because of the pressure and the bright lights of New York City may be a little too intense and stressful for some players.
yeah, man. Well, in New York City can make or break you. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
But anyway,
As
well,
Frank
we can end it here though, if you want.
Okay, sounds good. As Frank Sinatra says, if you can make it there, you can make it anywhere.
That's true, and a lot of people couldn't, like Randy Johnson and a lot of people like Clementine and a whole bunch of people couldn't do nothing here, and they
Carl
can't.
Pavano,
Bunch of them, a bunch of names that we got and wasted money on, like garbage.
right?
But anyway,
Yeah.
folks, thank you for listening. BX Bomber 2011 on all social media, YouTube, vlogs, every game, and we'll see you on the next one. Keep the ball rolling and see you in the next one. So long, everybody. Bye bye.
Take care.